Alrighty, there we go. Looks like we're live with session 106 of
Jeez,
Forbidden Lands.
how are we still alive?
You're still alive because
We
I
usually have our healer.
and and because your game master rules like shit.
So thankful.
Like if I rolled even remotely average, things would probably be very different.
If you rolled average, every encounter would be a beer baron encounter.
Fucking beer bandits.
Like, oh, this creature has 14 armor. Oh, look, no successes.
Watch, we fight Strahd, and Chris is going to have the absolute shittiest night of all time, or he's going to TPK us.
Or he's gonna TPK us. There we
Yes.
go.
One of those. That's the thing with this game is like the way the dice pools work. They're so swingy.
Yeah.
All right, so yes, this is session 106 of our Forbidden Lands game. And this is session 9 of our trip through Barovia. And you guys,
Of our Halloween game.
yes, I'm gonna call it our holiday game, and maybe you guys will be done by Groundhog's Day.
Holiday
Maybe.
game. You trap us in this world, and you just expect us to get out in like 2-3 sessions?
We're not that smart.
Well, I mean, you guys literally could have beeline for Castle Ravenloft and seen what happens.
Yeah, because that would have been a good
Okay,
idea.
maybe we are that smart then.
So,
Smart enough not to do that, at least.
SMRT.
yeah.
You know, to be fair, we didn't actually try to use Cold's magic to get out.
That's right. You
That's
did
true
not.
too.
We were told it wouldn't work, but we didn't actually try it.
And we just believed them.
We're like, okay, we'll kill a fucking vampire. All right.
Well, it's not too late. We can always trust Caldy's magic now.
Right.
You can certainly try. Although Trustius at this point knows for a fact that Caldy's magic is not capable. The best it could do is take you through whatever passes for hell in this land, and maybe punt you out someplace else in this land.
Oh man, we're going to turn into sliders.
It's not. Oh God.
Which I loved for the first 2 seasons, but still.
But you guys are against what is normally what players normally do. You guys are actually following the wisdom that was given to you and have not ventured far from the road at all.
Nope.
Despite the fact that it would save you considerable time, you're like, no, we were told that off the road is dangerous. We are sticking to the road.
We are believing the people who actually live here. Yes.
And speaking of, you have assembled a little bit of a motley crew. You have a vampire spawn named Doru, who is under Trustius's control. You recruited this misshapen creature named Otto from the abbot, and also a reanimated woman named Vasilka. Who, according to the card reading, will prove to be a valuable ally in the final fight against Strahd. I mean, you're not sure exactly how yet. You do know that she was created by the abbot in the hopes of perhaps making Strahd happy for the briefest of moment to lessen the curse to some extent, so that the abbot, who was an angel, would be able to escape. But that's about all you know on that front. Other than that, you guys are continuing your way to a place called the Amber Temple, where you believe a powerful magical weapon that will be of great aid against Strahd can be found. You, passing through the woods, you were attacked by some very large dire wolves that Ryzen went berserk on and killed with his bare hands. Other than that, normal day in the life here in Barovia.
I could tell by my lack of agility and empathy and wits,
That's a normal day.
as it's a normal day.
But you guys have been here long enough now that you realize that the magical curse that had affected Caldy that was causing him to de-age does not seem to be in effect here.
Oh wow.
Caldy has remained at the age he was when you got here.
Ooh. That's interesting.
But other than that, it is morning. I believe everybody has rested. Caldy stood watch. Nothing happened during the evening. You guys are free to take to the road once more.
Did you say evening?
No, it's morning actually. Caldy slept and
Okay.
then kept watch, so everybody should be fully rested.
Yes.
Okay. I can hit
Absolutely.
rest then.
While I slept, could I spend some XP?
Absolutely.
I would like to pick up Brawler 2.
Sure.
Just in
Alright,
case. I haven't had to fight anybody unarmed, but you never know. And it gives me something to spend XP on.
And the level 2 free brawl attack is pretty nice.
Yeah, that too.
Yep. Headbutt buddies.
I mean, we're definitely aiming at different spots, but sure, headbutt buddies.
Oh, you can like aim for the bridge of the
Several well.
nose, or I don't know,
Oh, I definitely will. Yes.
sternum or something.
I know. I've been playing the heck out of Mass Effect. I've headbutted my fair share of Krogan to put them in line. Alrighty, so you guys are continuing on the road. You don't want to go off road.
No, we don't want to go off road.
No, not yet. That day has not come yet.
I feel like I would be remiss as a game master if I didn't ask.
Yes.
We will tell you.
Okay. All right. So as you kind of like plan out your morning, you realize that you're probably, I mean, assuming everything goes well. Probably about 5 days. 5 days away from the Amber Temple.
Yeah, and we have to cross this this pass as well.
You do have to pass the Solenka Pass.
Everything that's been named on this map has been terrible.
Mm-hmm.
No, the little commune was really nice. Until you guys, left them to wither and die by taking their holy item.
I don't know what you're talking about. We
I'm
plan
sure
on
that's not
returning
gonna-
it.
Go to the
Yeah, we're going to
main.
return it, I'm sure.
You did. You made arrangements with Otto to make sure that the holy item is returned, either when you guys succeed or when you all die.
There you go. I'm sure we're not going to just instantly disappear without being able to give it back if we're successful.
Well, if we die in the castle, then it'll be hard pressed to get it. But if we're successful, my theory is that this realm will cease to exist.
Hmm.
So it won't matter.
All right. So you guys pick up and carry on down the road. Whoever's keeping watch can give me a scouting roll.
That sounds like me.
Mm,
I am going to spend some XP next time we rest.
I've got 9 willpower. We're good.
I decline to push.
Oh. Sorry.
I've lost track. Where are we on this one?
Right at our little icon.
Yeah, I'm not seeing it for some reason. Ah, okay. Thank you.
Perfect. So yeah, as you're making your way along the road, Caldy, you're keeping your eye open for anything untoward, and you spot kind of like laying in the center of the road, like dead center in the road, a small wooden hand, like a carved hand.
Oh, okay. Well, that's something we might want to detect magic on.
Yeah.
At least it's not a doll.
It is not a
Oh, I
doll.
was trying to remember what you had stalking you. I was like, didn't you have a hand stalking you? It was a doll. Okay.
It was a
Yeah.
doll.
Yeah. Creepy little
Why did you
porcelain
check
doll. Specifically just the head.
Yep.
Oh, is this a creepy porcelain hand?
This is wooden.
Hmm. Okay.
And it's not real big. It looks like it's maybe about the size of a child's hand. But to those of you with sense magic capabilities, it is magical.
Can I cast the spell and determine what kind of magic it is?
Yes, absolutely you can.
Don't forget the rule of thumb.
I was going to use any extra willpower on this.
Oh no!
What did I say about the rule of thumb?
Well, I didn't use any willpower, so it can't be too bad.
Hmm.
Spell backfires. Offensive spell affects you instead of your intended target. Protective or healing spell wounds instead of healing. Shapeshift goes horribly wrong. Summon undead or demon or illusion turns against you. What could go horribly wrong with scrying magic?
I find out I'm magic.
No. But as Cully kind of closes his eyes and concentrates for a second, and Trustius and Okata, you feel that little charge, those like the hairs on the back of your neck standing up, just like sensing the presence of like magic actively being used. And two things happen. Thing number one, yes, Cully, the hand has some sort of like divination type magic. But all of you see, just as Cully closes his eyes and concentrate, there's just like the briefest of flashes and like a kind of blink and you miss it beam of light kind of arcs up into the sky.
Sorry, where's that beam of light come from?
Comes from Caldy.
Oh, okay.
Now, who would be looking for a goblin?
Well, you are a powerful sorcerer.
That's true, but I don't think my legend has reached these lands yet.
I don't think your legend has reached any lands.
Just a matter of time.
Perhaps. Do you feel all right?
Yeah, I feel fine.
What did you learn?
I didn't learn a thing.
And I suggest we avoid this thing.
Yeah, I agree.
And as you kind of like give this carved wooden hand a fairly wide berth, but you do get close enough to kind of like just kind of glance down at it and look. Like I said, it's about the size of a child's hand, but you do notice that it's missing a finger, and it looks like there's like the smallest remnants of green paint. It is incidentally missing the same finger that Culdy is missing.
I'm missing 2 fingers actually.
Is it 2 on the same hand or one on
Yes,
each hand?
2 on the same hand.
All right, then it's missing 2 fingers.
Okay. Great. This sounds like voodoo. I'm definitely leaving it there.
Are you sure?
Wait. Maybe I should pick it up. Maybe it will heal me. What do you think, Tristius?
I
Got more
doubt there's
experience than
anything
me on this stuff.
benign. I doubt there's anything benign in this realm. However, if it's tied to you, I don't know if we want to leave it unattended.
Well, I'll pick it up and see what happens.
Oh boy.
All right, you pick it up. It's kind of cool to the touch. I mean, it's, wood that's been exposed to the elements.
All right, I'll give it a good look, and if nothing else fits in my pocket, I'll throw it in my pocket.
It does fit in your pocket.
What do I have in my pockets?
What indeed?
It's a question for next Monday.
But yeah, you guys pick up this this strange little wooden hand. It is like fairly well carved. Like it's not super detailed. Like it doesn't look like you don't see like the fingerprints. There's crude representations like the palm lines and stuff like that. But it's other than that, it is well made. The remaining fingers are articulated.
He didn't learn his lesson with the doll, so now it's a wooden hand, eh?
Mm-hmm.
And you guys can continue on your way into the afternoon. As the afternoon passes, it's eerily quiet. You notice the length of time you've been here, aside from the ever-present fog, there hasn't been any real weather. There hasn't really been much in the way of like rain or strong winds or much temperature variation even. Like everything's just kind of constantly overcast and foggy, but no real weather. But as you start to like kind of round the bend, Cully, you feel not quite a tugging, but you feel movement in your pocket where you put that hand.
All right, I'll take it out.
It seems to basically you kind of take it out, and it actually does move in your hand. Kind of like orients itself, and then it looks like it is pointing.
Where?
It is pointing almost due east.
Well, that's where we're going anyway, isn't it?
You guys are going kind of southeast.
Currently, east and then south again. So yeah, we're sort of going
Right.
southeast.
All right, I'll say to the hand, hey, if you want me to throw you that direction, give me a thumbs up.
It doesn't respond, but you guys do see this hand, like moving in Caldy's hand, like orienting itself, almost like a compass.
Ah, what is that? That's not right. In which direction is it pointing?
Almost due east.
That's weird, but there's been a lot of weird. At least it's not trying to strangle him yet.
Yet. We're going northeast, so I don't know why it's pointing east.
Can you
Well,
smell
as we
anything,
travel,
Obadiah?
Can who what?
I was wondering if Okatai could smell anything out of the ordinary.
Like maybe it points at wolfy things or stuff that wants to eat us or something.
Perhaps a clue. The Wolfkin senses are much better than ours, of course.
I think Okatai might be creeped out by it too. Or he's on mute, whichever.
Yeah, I don't see him in Foundry, but he might be muted on Discord.
He's muted on Discord.
Ah.
Well, if he can't detect anything out of the usual, anything abnormal, we'll just keep going, I guess.
Sorry, I'm on tablet tonight. It's a bit harder to get off. You wanted some help to check it out?
The hand is pointing to the east, and I'm wondering if you can smell or sense anything in that direction.
Let me check. That's off-road, I assume?
Well, the road goes kind of eastish according to your map, before it hooks down rather severely to the south.
Yeah, I can check up where it points. You want me to make something with survival or perception?
Yeah, let's call it scouting. So yeah, you kind of like look at the hand and kind of like look down the road. You don't see anything down the road. You don't smell anything down the road. Kind of like you look at the map, kind of like do a little bit of like orienteering, and you realize that the hand, it's not pointing strictly due east, but it is pointing towards Castle Ravenloft.
I think it's directly linked to the castle. Feels like it.
We know where that is.
It might be the other thing we're looking for that is supposed to be in there. I don't know what it is attuned to, though. keep it up, we'll see if it keeps pointing that way or if it shows up anywhere else.
All right.
If it stays static or if it interact with our position.
So yeah, you guys kind of continue along the road. It does pass through actual mountains, like snow-capped mountains. But the road, it's very clearly like a path through these very tall mountains. The hand continues, like as you move and as the road kind of like turns this way and that way, the hand itself remains in a fixed position, even shifting ever so slightly as it needs to.
That's creepy.
Little bit.
Of course, everything here is creepy, so it just kind of
Yep.
fits right in. I do we really want this compass out all the time?
I was thinking of just tossing it off the mountain off these snowy peaks that we're going through.
I mean, you could do that too.
I'm gonna keep an eye on it.
Seems a bit harsh. Then again, I mean, it's a compass that points towards something we already know the location of. But maybe when we actually walk up the road to the castle, it moves or something. Maybe it's hidden in a dense fog.
Hey, Chris, can I do a lore check to see maybe if there's something else special about this thing?
Like, everything here seems to be for a reason.
Yeah, absolutely a lore check.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
So yeah, you're not entirely sure, but I mean, Trustius is right. You already know where the castle is. It's really hard to miss. It's literally the first thing you saw when you arrived in these lands. Having some sort of magical item that just pointed out the most obvious landmark in the entire realm seems like a waste of a sorcerer's power. Like making a permanent magic item costs them. It seems like there's no reason for somebody to make something so useless.
Unnecessary, useless, yeah.
I mean, a druid could have made it.
Maybe there's another hand on the other end of this pointing back at us.
That'd be weird. Just two hands that point at each other.
Well,
We need
that
a
way they
third
always know
one.
where the hand is.
We can get a third hand, and all three can be pointing at each other.
Like the Spider-Man meme, but it's all wooden hands.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
But it is getting on towards evening. If you guys would like to push through, you certainly can. But if you would like to set up camp, that's an option as well.
Have we ever opted to push through?
I think
Not in a very long time.
I think it was only if like you were absolutely certain you could get to a town by dark. So it's not unprecedented.
Just really rare.
Just like twice in 106 sessions. All right. So folks can decide what they would like to do for the evening.
Right. Caldy needs to sleep. Okai needs to make camp.
Yeah, I'll sleep, but I'll stick the hand on a stump or something or a rock nearby while this happens.
That's so weird. Nobody needs me to teach them anything. I'll keep watch. Half on the hand, half on the environment. Just in case.
I mean, that's fair.
Yeah. It's creepy.
Chris, I think if everybody else is doing that, I'm going to spend the first bit of the evening teaching myself Executioner 2.
Okay.
I could help you with that.
Nobody has Knife Fighter, right?
Knives are way too small.
Yeah, so am I.
I mean, a knife might as well be a sword to you.
Yeah, so what's the cost to learn something that I don't have?
Talents are just normal. Magic is more expensive, but talents are normal.
So what's that? 3 times the level, right?
Yep, 3 times the level.
Do I have to
You
make
gotta
is
do a
it
roll,
wits
don't you?
So yeah, sorry, what was that?
I was just saying,
You
it's a
do a
wits or
witch roll
something
or
to
something, right?
teach yourself.
You do need to make a wits roll to learn if you don't have a teacher. So you need.
Okay, so I'll make that next once I wake up.
Yeah. So who else is? So Desi's keeping watch. Okatai setting camp. Caldy's trying to get some sleep. What about Trustius and Ryzen?
I would like to practice my Executioner skills to learn
Okay.
Executioner 2.
Perfect. So yeah, like set up some like kindling on a stump and everything, and go like, okay, if I hit it right here, that would be like a next. Oh, that would be an Achilles heel. That would. Gotcha. Okay.
Yep.
I will help with scouting.
Help with scouting. Okay. Perfect. So I need an endurance roll from Caldy. I need a make camp roll from Okatai and a scouting roll from either Desi or Trustius with a +1 from the person helping.
Go for it, Dizzy.
Oh, okay. Keep watch with the scouting.
Right. So since you've already got
Forgot
extra.
to add +1.
Oh, okay. You get succeeded anyway. And Ryzen, you don't need to make a roll since you already have Executioner 1, so you just spend the time training and then you can spend XP when you rest.
Yay.
So yeah, Okatai's busying himself with camp. Trustius and Desi are keeping an eye out. Desi, you notice that there's a large number of ravens nearby. Like, you guys aren't in a forested area, but kind of like on the, various like low rocks, and like pretty much every place you could see like a raven perching, there's one there. There's like an entire unkindness of them.
Better than a murder, I guess. Yeah, Desi will kind of lean over toward Trustius. Is just me? Are there an awful lot of birds watching us? Are they watching us, or are they just around doing bird things?
Oh no, they are very intently watching you.
Oh, great. Are there a lot of birds watching us right now? I'm not imagining that, right? They're like fucking everywhere. I thought that tree just had really weird leaves, and then one of them turned its head, and it's a fucking bird.
There does seem to be a lot of birds, yes. Likely the Count is keeping an eye on us.
Think so? I guess I'm glad they're not vultures. But, yeah. Should we try to feed them or something? I guess that'd be a question I should ask Okatai, not you. Can you, When you do your pulling like the life out of a field or something, can you aim it at just certain kinds of things? Or is it like everything in a certain circle around you?
It's everything.
Oh, damn.
Why?
Well, because I was thinking that somebody might want some bird pot pie. And you might need a top up.
Oh, I don't think anyone wants me feeding from this place. It will not work out very well.
Hmm. Yeah, that could be true. But in theory, everything comes back. Maybe.
Is that a theory?
I mean, there was the weird thing about the trees and how they have firewood and buildings, but there are no areas that seem to be cut down or trees in different stages and fields and shit. They gotta be eating somehow. And the weird memory thing from the tavern still creeps me out.
I expect the birds will either attack us or simply watch us. But everything else he sent, we've destroyed. I would have expected something larger.
Hmm. Do we know for sure he sent the wolves?
Only that we've been told that all the animals are under his control. So he may not have sent them directly, but
Because, I mean, he could just say, hey, you guys are probably getting hungry by now, go hunting. And we were convenient.
perhaps.
This does seem a little more suspicious, though, for sure.
If I had his power and there were strangers in this land, I would test them.
Especially if they kept talking about killing you and started gathering up bits and pieces from your enemies. Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah, that's fair.
Though I would have likely killed us by now.
I
He seems
mean,
to have more patience. Or
either on purpose or accidentally. Sorry. I shouldn't mock the guy who can light me on fire and then reanimate my corpse.
I would not do that intentionally.
I appreciate that. But yeah. Is there anything you could do that would make them not able to see us?
I
Or,
could kill them.
well, no, that we already talked about that. Do you think Okatai could do something? I mean, we could just put a bunch of green leaves in the campfire. Make it all smoky. Of course, that wouldn't really do much. We're still sitting right here.
Well, he knows we haven't strayed from the road, and he knows the direction we're going, so hiding, I don't think, is something we can do.
Yeah, and this road only goes to 2 places? Maybe? I don't know. Where's the map? And Desi will kind of stalk over to where our map is. Our oh so very fucking expensive map. Oktai. There's birds watching us. All the birds, all the time. Oh yeah, this goes to a pass, and then there's like a weird trail that we have to follow. Oh, that could be really bad. That's
wanted
just
me
a
to try
trail
this?
we're going to be following.
You wanted me to try to talk with them?
I mean, you could. Why not?
I mean,
I don't know. They're
pretty
just
sure
creeping me out. I'm not used to being watched this much.
pretty sure
we
they
don't
don't
have
work.
we don't have this many people in our village. They could
Yeah.
all be watching me, and it would still not be this many eyes pointed my way. It's weird.
Yeah, I get it.
Pretty sure in the middle of that orc fight on a bridge, there weren't this many eyes looking my way. I just really don't want them watching me while I'm sleeping.
Well, they don't act natural, so not sure what to do with it.
Trestus has ideas.
I do.
But I can definitely try to test them out.
Yeah, you do. It said that what's his face was watching us through them. And with that, Desi will kind of lose interest or just keep eyeing the birds every now and then, but looking between the birds and the map.
I'm gonna try to check them out when I can, see if they're natural or not. Try to determine if they're really animals.
Yes, they are. They are absolutely normal ravens. With the exception of like just watching all of you intently, there is nothing un-ravenly about them.
Do we have any one of them that is close enough?
Oh, they're pretty much like all around your camp. They're not like in your. They're not in your camp, but they are like all around.
If one is at talking distance, I'm gonna try to have a talk
Alrighty.
using beat speech.
Okay. So you cast your beast speech.
They seem to be following us. Anything we can do to help?
Do not help us. We'll help you.
In what way?
Protection.
You're protecting us from what?
Mother Knight said protect. We protect. Sorry, what was that? I was muted. Give me a sec here. So my Foundry's, yeah, it looks like it's coming through on Discord. Huh. Give me a sec.
Of course, I'm
Oh,
not hearing.
Princess,
Oh, there you are.
Alright, is that better?
Yes.
Alright.
No one else was speaking though, so I'm like, or is it not Chris? Maybe it's my Discord that's being weird. But no,
I heard
no.
them all.
yeah, I heard everybody.
I didn't hear Chris, and he wasn't lighting up. So,
Alright.
Weird.
So as a recap, then mainly for Anita, perhaps, the crow says that Mother Knight has sent them to protect you.
Well, I'll warn the others about that. See if anybody knows anything about that.
What's a mother night?
She's the mother of darkness.
Why does that sound familiar?
Can these things speak, like speak?
No, they can speak to Okatai.
Right.
But you guys do have a holy symbol called the Holy Symbol of Ravenkind. According to the legend you found out in the village, the holy symbol was delivered to a paladin by a giant raven.
Who's carrying
Yes.
it?
It's not on my sheet. Ask them if we're in any particular danger at the moment.
I am carrying a holy symbol, but I think I just pulled that out of my bag.
I don't know. You guys
I'm
should
looking back through my notes.
you guys should figure out who has it though, because I know somebody does because you specifically took it out of the village.
Probably Okatai, I would think.
Which village?
Yeah, I think it was me.
The village of Kresk, the little hippie commune.
Oh.
You are in grave danger.
Yeah, I think it was me on that one.
Probably.
Mother Night is aware that you are further along than other adventurers, and Strahd is as well. And you are headed to a place of great darkness.
And ask them how they can help us, Okatai.
I'm just happy to have someone.
I assume Okatai translates. Say, not help, only protect.
Very well. Well, do let us know if you see or sense something coming before we do.
And then they go back to just kind of doing their birdie thing, keeping an eye on you guys.
So weird. So they're protecting us.
So they claim.
Huh. Well, yeah, I probably wouldn't react terribly well if some massive flock of ravens started pecking at my face, so maybe. They might drive something off if anything comes out of the woods at us.
Well, I don't think there's anything we can do about them. So
Yeah, it's true. They're going to be there whether we say anything or not.
In the meantime, Coldy, as you get some sleep, you find yourself standing in a massive dining hall. Huge table, bare except for two things. One of them is a single goblet perched in the center of the table. The other is a goblin body hovering above the goblet. The thin stream of blood pouring from the neck into the goblet below.
What's pouring into the goblin below?
Blood from a wound in the neck.
Of what?
Floating goblin body.
Oh, lovely. Yeah, just adorable.
Just a very, kind of like a very quick thing before you feel almost like something tugging at you away from the dream and away from the vision. And when you come to, you can hit your rest button. It's not enough to interrupt your rest. When you come to, you notice that the hand that you put nearby your bed is
Yeah.
beside you.
All right. So this is a new morning. Can I make a lore check on this thing?
You sure can. But yes, for the rest of you, the evening is relatively uneventful. Creepy ass
I'm not
hand.
pushing crap.
Definitely not where you left it.
All right. I guess it's my turn to watch, right?
It is, and it is everybody else's turn to sleep.
Is anybody going to tell me what's going on with the ravens? Or the crows or whatever they are?
Yeah, I will download that info to you.
Cool.
They're apparently protecting us.
How close are they?
They're like just outside your camp.
All right. So, all right. I'll wait for everybody to go to bed, and then I'll do my thing.
Okay.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Yeah, so everybody goes to bed.
Yep.
All right. Well, I'm not doing anything too crazy. I do want to make my wits roll to see if I can get my skill.
Yeah, so are you spending time training with your knife, or are you paying attention on watch? Because you can not do both.
Oh crap! No, I'm paying attention on watch. More specifically, I'm paying attention to if those birds are flying just outside our camp. I'm going to throw the hand underneath to where the birds are circling or close to, and then I'm going to, as well, keep watch, keep an eye on the hands, see what the hands do and what the birds do.
Okay. All right. So yeah, so you throw this hand at them. I mean, some of them like there's
You know, I don't want to hurt them or anything. I'm
Yeah.
not picking a fight.
But yeah, there's a flutter of wings as they kind of like fly out of the way at the quick movement. You do notice though, like the hand it lands, and then it does kind of like reorient itself, so it's pointing in the right direction.
All right. I'm more concerned if the birds are there to protect us, what the birds do to the hand, if anything.
Nothing. They look at it. They're like, "Oh, that's peculiar."
All right. And then I'm just stay up.
Okay. A night passes without incident. Everybody can
Very
hit,
nice.
everybody can hit the rest button. Those of you who are sleeping can spend XP if you like. Everybody can roll for their food and water. When you get up in the morning, though, partway through the night, Cully, the birds do, like they fly off into the darkness, and then you hear like the flutter of wings, like a loud flutter of wings.
Okay.
But everybody wakes up. Everybody kind of checks things over. Everything. The birds are gone. For those of you who went to sleep when the birds were still there, they are gone in the morning.
Did you did you scare them off at the night, or did they
No,
go off to attack something? Or
no, they just when it came close to dawn, they just went away.
that was weird. Huh. Creepy,
We'll see a
creepy.
theory. Perhaps they'll return this evening.
Maybe.
More importantly, how's the hand?
It's laying there on the ground where you threw it.
That's a good place for it.
Are you and the hand fighting?
No,
Why
just
is it over
testing some
there?
stuff. It got a little too handsy.
Ew.
Thumbs up for staying sane.
I think we ought to get moving.
Agreed.
I don't want to be in this place anymore.
Whoever's keeping watch can give me a scouting roll.
That would be me, I think. I will
Oh.
push.
As you make your way, like you are going kind of like gradually uphill, and it is getting colder. There's you can see there's like some, little bit of snow on some of the taller trees nearby. You're definitely getting up into a higher altitude, and it's cold. Not so cold as to be detrimental, but definitely chillier, like late fall type of weather where you get up in the morning and it's like 2 or 3 degrees. Other than that, though, it's a pleasant day for traveling.
No creepy birds following us.
No creepy birds following you. And like mid-afternoon, you arrive what according to your map is Solenka Pass. And it is a gravel road that hugs the mountains, and the road kind of climbs to relatively significant heights. There's a kind of like a rocky shelf on one side. On your left, the cliffs rise sharply down towards just cloud and fog. You are at the very borders of the lands, and beyond the fog, there is nothing. And there's some culdies kind of keeping watch. So through as you make your way up this gravel road, and it gradually kind of like a slow but steady incline until you get to the point where it is actually snowing. Through the wind and the snow, you see a wall of black stone lined with spikes, topped with demonic sculptures. And set in the center of the wall, there's like a closed iron portcullis through which you can see green light.
Sorry, what is it we're seeing, Chris?
Give me 1 second, I'll show you on a map.
Okay.
portcullis is closed?
Portcullis is closed.
Okay.
So ahead of you, you see this black stone wall with a portcullis in the center. The wall has these two like carved stone demonic looking statues kind of like looking down on you, and beyond the portcullis you can see this green light, like a curtain of green light. You can all see that the road continues past the portcullis, and a little bit of looking around, you can see that off to the right, past the portcullis, there is what looks like a guardhouse.
And what, statues on top of that guardhouse?
There are statues on top of the guardhouse. Basically, this over here is kind of what it looks like. You guys are approaching the portcullis.
Yeah, okay, I get you.
Cliff on one side and a sheer drop down into the fog on the other.
Should we yell, do you think?
To whom?
I don't know. Maybe there's someone in the guardhouse. Somebody's got to man the portcullis, right? Chris?
Yes.
How big are the openings in that portcullis? Is that something any of us are going to be able to fit through?
Mm,
I mean, maybe Caldy, but
maybe Caldy with significant application of force.
okay. So there's no way Horizon's getting through, or Okatai.
Not without the breaking of some bones and the bending of some limbs.
Yeah, let's not put him through a sieve.
So, I mean, I'm not going to say they won't fit.
Because technically, with the flesh golem, we could all fit.
What are we talking about? Putting through. Sounds like you want to put me through like a blender or something, or a dicer or something.
Mashing us through one of those Play-Doh toys.
Like a
Oh,
It's like a strainer.
trainer.
Extruder. Yeah, let's not do that. Yeah. That sounds like meat grinder activity, and that's not. Nope. We can yell. There's got to be someone, or maybe something. I mean, I don't know. Maybe the statues move or something.
Maybe.
Wouldn't be the weirdest thing. Although now I'm going to keep a closer eye on the statues to see if they seem to be moving.
They do not seem to be moving.
He seemed to stress the word seem there. They don't seem to be moving.
They seem to be moving.
All right. Yeah, right?
Yeah.
We could always lift the portcullis.
Well, one of us could definitely lift it. Probably. She's lifted everything else. I just think that asking politely might be a better way to start.
By all means.
Worked here so far. I mean, I know it's not what people usually associate me with, but it's hard to argue with results. All right. I will kind of take a step or two toward the portcullis and look up toward the statues and yell, "Hey!" That's it. Just hey.
I will take a step away from the sheer cliff because I'm scared of heights.
I don't think we've ever been near a place where we would have noticed Trustees to be afraid of heights. Well, I suppose he did get dropped. That's fair. Never mind.
There she is. She's
Totally,
down there.
totally reasonable.
Oh
I
yeah,
have not.
gravity, that dying thing. Yeah.
Yeah. I have only had one coffee today, and I feel it. So, yeah. Yeah, Desi will kind of look at Trustius, a little confused, and then the lights go on. But yeah, mostly she's looking up toward those statues and trying to see if there's any movement anywhere.
No
And if
sign of
nothing,
movement anywhere.
she'll yell out hello.
It kind of you expect, because you're kind of in a like a mountainous area, you expect some sort of
I think it
echo.
would echo. Yeah.
It does not echo.
She'll turn her back on the portcullis to look back at everybody else and go, "Did anyone hear an echo? Because I didn't hear an echo.
Nope.
Maybe I'm standing in a weird spot. No? Okay.
Nope.
Culty, do you still have that hand?
No.
Damn it. Fuck.
I'm waiting for the arrow to shoot her right in the back.
I
Turns
was-
around, no one there. Funk.
I was thinking that if we still had the hand, I'd chuck the hand at the portcullis.
Ooh.
And that way, whatever, if there's something magic, it'll do whatever it does to the hand, because I don't particularly want to touch it.
Doro, can you open the gate, please?
Mm-hmm. So him and Vasilka will
That
basically
seems kinda
go.
mean. He can't exactly say no to you.
Neither can you, but I'm still polite.
I mean, I'm pretty sure I've said no to you before.
Okay.
Just to kind of narrow her eyes at him for a minute and then watch what's going on with the portcullis.
Trustee's humor.
So yeah, the two of them they heave, and the portcullis, like it complains loudly, but again, there's no echoing sound from it, so it just sounds kind of dead. And as the portcullis opens, the green light, it's definitely like a curtain of sorts, across the entryway, like this green flickering curtain, vaguely translucent.
Ew.
And everybody with magic, you guys can sense magic.
I mean, everybody could tell that, yeah. Are they straining to hold the gate up, or do they just kind of lift it in place?
The two of them are just kind of lifting it and holding it in place.
All right, well, I'll step through.
All right, as Trustius steps through the gate.
Kick this show. Get this started.
Did anybody detect magic?
Everybody can detect some magic.
I mean, I didn't see any dice roll, so I was like, I mean, green shimmering light, that's got to be some kind of magic, but
Translucent curtain that gives off green light.
yeah,
Mm,
chances are good that's magic. Yeah. But I was hoping that you guys would have a little more, identification behind it, maybe.
So as Tresia steps through, there is this popping and sizzling sounds. Tresia, you take 1 point of damage to your strength armor. Doesn't help.
got it.
It burns. It burns.
Ouch.
Is there an effect that we can see? Like, does he smoke slightly?
Yeah, as he steps through, you guys can all hear this like kind of popping, sizzling sound,
Oh.
like bacon in the frying pan.
Well, that doesn't sound good.
And
There's no saving throw or anything, huh?
and the smell of cooking elf.
Oh, that's bad.
He seems fine on the other side.
Are you okay?
Joe was uncomfortable.
You smell a little crispy.
I don't see anything over here.
Have the statues moved at all?
Nope.
The statues haven't done anything. That's probably good, right?
So yeah, trust this. You can see that the road continues on, and there's the guard tower off to your right.
Yeah. Can I tell what this curtain was made of? Did it feel like cloth or
It felt like fire.
just fire? Okay.
It just felt like it feels like burning.
So nothing physical to.
Nothing physical, no.
You may need to climb over. I don't see a way I could tear it down, and I'm not sure I want to go in that guardhouse alone.
And there was
This-
no saving throw, right? There was no way you could have avoided that.
Nope.
There's no door, right, to the guardhouse on this side? Other than the portcullis.
The wall, no. The wall just has the portcullis. I mean, it's a good 7-8 meter wall with the two demon statues up at the top.
Mm-hmm.
That do not seem to have moved at all.
But there's no, rope to ring a bell or anything to alert anybody who happens to be in that tower.
There is not.
What use is this portcullis gate thing? I mean, other than to keep out people who can't lift it up, I guess. But
Vasilka will helpfully
Do they-
point out that people who pass through also burn.
right. So no incoming traffic, just outgoing.
Perhaps.
They bring whoever they want. The curtain's on the other side of the portcullis, though, right?
It is.
So maybe not. Like a
Your helmet can probably protect you from the fire, but
probably. Doesn't mean I'm keen. I'm just thinking this is odd. Like from a protect my village kind of way. If I'm protecting my village that's on the other side, then I'm getting burned trying to open the portcullis so we can leave to do whatever it is we need to do. And anybody coming to the portcullis from this side, maybe selling tasty pastries that give people good dreams, can't get in because no one is here to raise the portcullis to let them in. It just seems weird. Of course, comparing it to everything else in this place, maybe not as weird as it should be, but weird. And like these creepy statues that aren't actually doing anything, they actually just seem to maybe be statues. Also strike me as weird.
The castle had several gargoyles carved into it. Seems to be how they decorate
Just
buildings here.
maybe. That could be.
Is that curtain attached to anything, Chris?
I mean,
Or is it kind of floating?
it goes from wall to wall and from the ground up to like where the portcullis recedes. You don't know if it's actually attached or anything, but it does fill the space.
Gotcha. But it wasn't physical in any way.
No, definitely magical.
Yeah, dispel magic doesn't actually dispel magic. It just gives a person resistance to magic. Firewalker should prevent the damage, but that'd be a lot of castings.
It did definitely feel like fire.
Right, it'd be like 6 castings I'd have to do. I only have 5 willpower. Well, we don't have to do 5 because Jesse's got the helmet.
Don't I have Firewalker? I have Firewalker.
Yes, Trusty has taught it to you.
And I have 6 willpower right now. If that aids your math.
So yes.
Nope, because it only works on you. I was mistaken. It is a personal range.
Yep. Well, and Trustius, since you're over on the other side of the portcullis and the flamey curtain, you can give me a scouting roll.
Sure.
Did it come from anything specific?
Being over here all by yourself is apparently giving you the heebie-jeebies.
Oh, it really is?
What's going on?
Trustius is trying to pay attention to his surroundings, but is creeped out by being over here all by his lonesome.
Yeah, I don't blame him. Smelling his own flesh cooking is probably a little disturbing too.
Only in how familiar it is.
Fair. It's not exactly the first time you've smelled it.
Yeah, it's not like when you get lit on fire. It's just this is more like, oh fuck, it's gonna take all day to eat.
Again.
But yes, the fire curtain is definitely magical. And definitely fire.
There's nothing over there that looks like it makes this turn off.
If there is,
Go
it's Yardos, which I suppose I could go look.
There's no door on your side either.
There's just the guardhouse to the east. There is a door to it.
I mean, I would think that if there's a door on your side, probably need to go in. Okay, fuck it. And Desi will start stalking toward the
Well, use your
portcullis.
helmet.
Yeah. The only thing I take it off for sometimes is sleeping. And it really depends on. I love the snow effect that's going on here. It really only depends on where we're sleeping. If I'm going to be resting my head on a rock. So yes, Desi will go through.
All right. Yes, with your magic helmet, once you activate it, it does not burn you.
Ah,
Well, in that case, I'm going to try Firewalker and do the same thing. I take it I have to cast this as a spell.
You do.
Let's go, mishaps.
Power level 1 is enough.
All right. I'll try to go through.
Does not burn you either.
Water's fine.
We'll check the guardhouse to see if we can turn this off.
Yeah, we got 3 of us now.
yeah, because I don't think. Do they. Too many game systems in my head. If I chucked my helmet back out to them, would they need to do anything special to be able to use its?
They would need to wait till tomorrow.
Oh, well, that would suck.
Yeah, it's a 1 per day thing.
I don't think Desi's ever had a chance to test that to find out. Because she wasn't the one wearing
Yeah,
it.
if
when
you
we
can
were
find a
in the
way
lava.
to shut that down. You can find a
Yeah,
way to
I'll
shut
put
that
that
down.
We'll try.
Oh, there's the door. So yeah, Desi will start walking over toward the door.
So yes, the door is it's like an
Brazen as all
iron
hell.
it's like an iron braced wooden door. It is barred from the inside. So you can give me a might roll, or if you have an axe you can hack it down.
I do have an axe, and I also have a fist, so I'm gonna knock first.
Okay. You knock again. There's no echo.
That is so weird. Like there's a cliff side right there that everything should be bouncing off of.
Oh, and Culdy and Desi, you guys can give me scouting rolls since you're on the side of the curtain now.
She does keep kind of glancing up at the statues.
They do not appear to have moved.
It's gonna be a thing now. Desi's gonna be paranoid about statues thanks to that stupid abbot and his scarecrows. Oh, hey, I'm not oblivious.
Desi and Culdy, further down the road in the snow. For some reason, it doesn't want to let me ping.
It's a 3-fingered hand, isn't it?
No, it's not.
Another one?
You see what look like human figures kind of moving just like aimlessly through the snow and the wind.
Like past the start of the. I'm gonna guess it's a bridge. Like on the bridge or between us and the bridge?
Between you and the bridge.
Okay. I was like scrolled way out, so I wasn't sure.
Yeah, it's not letting me control ping for some reason. But Culdy with 2 successes.
I get the idea.
With 2 successes in this cold and snow, those translucent figures you see are not wearing nearly enough clothing.
Perverts.
Back in Cody's day, they'd be wearing pants that go up to their chest.
And then we complain about the government full time.
Oh fuck.
But yes, there are figures moving in the snow and the fog on the road up ahead that, to Cody's keen eye, are see-through and largely unclothed. But to the issue at hand, there is no answer to the knock at the door.
I'll try the door to see if it's locked.
No, it is stuck.
I'm going to make a might roll.
Go right ahead.
You see, I'll ram my shoulder into it a couple of times.
Just as you're about to back up, Cody, like, foot to the door and crack.
It's with the little people these days.
What the hell was that?
I'm trying to be the greatest warrior, too.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Look over at Trestius like, what the fuck? Huh. Okay then. Do you want to lead the way?
Sure, I can see in the dark.
That's great, because I can't. Is it dark inside?
You can
Just,
you can see what you can see.
Oh, okay. It is. Yeah, you definitely go first. I'm right behind you. And over you, but
Way behind you.
Right.
I get paid to stay close.
Cody, it's a small guard room. There is a cold fireplace. There's you can feel and hear the howling wind coming down the chimney. There's stone staircase. There's windows that overlook the foggy abyss below. And there is a lever.
All right, well, I'll start with pulling the lever. Let me check for traps first.
Pull the lever!
How do you
Yeah,
check for traps? Scouting?
scouting. Yeah, let's call it scouting. Does not appear to be trapped.
All right, well, I'll pull the lever.
As you do, there's like a grinding sound, and the portcullis basically finishes raising, and then kind of locks into place, and the curtain disappears.
All right, well, I'll start making a fire in the fire pit then. Because it's cold.
Okay. Sure.
I'll wave the others up.
Okay. So Okatan Rising, you see this fire curtain disappears. The portcullis locks into place so that your two companions can join as well. And I assume Desi or Cully can point out the figures moving through the mist, so you guys don't need to make scouting rolls.
Right.
There's somebody is ahead of us.
Yeah, they're see-through, too.
They're see-through. Kind of squint toward them. I can't tell. I've been staring up at the sky because the statues are up that way. Are they see-through?
And statues are not see-through.
No, I know the statues aren't see-through. Desi's probably looking at Trestius and Okatai and kind of squinting down the road.
What do you mean?
Those guys down there. You see people moving between us and the
no,
bridge?
I didn't see that.
Oh, there's people moving down there between us and the bridge. Culty says they're see-through. I can't tell because I've been staring up at the sky and then into darkness, and my eyes are not seeing enough of them, apparently.
As long as they stay there.
Are they staying there? I thought they were walking when I first saw them. But like walking would mean they were either coming toward here or toward the bridge. So are they?
They just seem to be drifting through the snow and the fog.
Desi will keep looking to trusty Asinokatai to find out if they're actually going toward the bridge or coming toward us.
I don't seem to be going anywhere quite yet. There's stairs here. Which is not surprising. There is a second level.
So yeah, Culty's got a little bit of a fire going. I mean, it's still chilly. I mean, this is stone. It takes a long while to warm up, but the radiant heat is great.
We hear anything moving upstairs?
No, you cannot.
I'm going to take a little peek.
It's dark upstairs.
I will light a torch.
All right.
Haven't rolled one of those in a while.
So yeah, it's positively like a refrigerator up here, slowly getting warm because of the fire below, but very slowly. There's some windows like looking out. There's a rusted iron ladder bolted to the floor that leads to a wooden trapdoor, and mounted above the hearth is a very large wolf head.
That's a fireplace?
Yes, it is.
Is there any wood or anything in it?
Yeah, there's like a little bit.
So we'll light that one up too. Might as well. And I guess I'll climb the ladder and check the top. I'll try to be quiet.
Right. Up above, there's basically these like statues standing atop the battlements, kind of facing outwards. Each one depicting a female human knight. It is cold up here. It is windy. There are basically like 4 human like skeletons, clad in very rusty chain armor, rusted weapons, bits of tattered like cloth and tabards, broken longbows and arrows. Obviously, the whatever guards were here long ago.
Alrighty.
No wonder they didn't answer.
Well, I'm not gonna fuck around with nothing up here. I'm just gonna head back down, and I will let the group know what I've seen. It seems empty. There's 4 corpses.
And you didn't bring any of them with you? You feeling okay?
I have explained that my magic is quite dangerous here. Yes.
And that has stopped you when?
Since I've arrived here,
Yeah, maybe.
most certainly.
You haven't lit yourself on fire since we got here. That's always a plus.
or
In my-
anyone else.
or
The
anyone
door
else.
tried to do it to us, but no, we managed
That's-
not to be on fire.
He still smells kind of like bacon. Like a little
Just a bit.
Just a bit. Did you get a look at those people outside on the road? Oktai?
I'm still staring at them, trying to understand what they're gonna do.
Do they-
Yeah, you and Ryzen, if you're looking for like more information, can definitely give me scouting rolls if you like.
Sure. Well, the things that aren't moving, absolutely positively not moving.
The statues appear to have not moved, but there are moving figures that Desi.
Oh
and,
yeah,
and Col- yeah.
the scantily clad or whatever
The-
that
yeah,
offends Cody.
yep, those are the ones.
I got one success.
Yeah, you can definitely make them out. And they are like they're just kind of like they're not moving with any sense of purpose, or like they're not walking towards you, they're not walking away from you. They're just kind of like, I guess the proper literary term would be flitting about.
Okay.
Meandering.
Meandering.
Just in a back and forth across the road?
Yeah,
Maybe
sometimes. They're definitely not shambling. They look very
Not-
graceful, actually.
Oh,
Are they all female?
They are.
The statues on top of the tower are all female.
Are
So
they?
they were knights, not scantily clad ghosts.
Didn't notice.
My visual interface is on my tablet. What I've done.
Okay. So Oktai and Ryzen, yeah, both of you can tell, like, yeah, they are just kind of like wandering aimlessly about, drifting with the winds almost. Like, like when you get like the wind kicks up and there's like some light snow on the ground and it kind of like swirls up into like little kind of mini cyclone type things. It's like that sort of movement.
There may be something valuable on the corpses above. I thought it wiser that we go together.
Yeah, that sounds like a plan. Are we considering staying here? What time of day is it?
It's like mid-afternoon.
Are we thinking about staying here and going on tomorrow since it's snowing and kind of creepy?
Should investigate the ghosts first.
Probably yes. Yeah. All right, let's go. Do we want to go upstairs or down the road first? I mean, Caldy's inside. Seems to be making himself right at home, so. Not that I'm opposed to a fireplace. I love a good fireplace, but it'd be nice to have 4 walls or 8 walls and a roof for the night. Skeletons or ghosts first?
Like skeletons. We're here already, so
All right.
So yeah, you guys make your way upstairs. There's a blazing fire on the second floor as well in the fireplace. There's the rusty iron ladder that leads up to the roof. Taking a look around, everything here, like the chainmail is rusted to shit. There's no coins, nothing of any worth up here.
so when you say the fireplaces have roaring fires, like as if they're like fresh and not dying, suggesting they could be recent?
Well, Caldy lit one,
Caldy
and
just lit them,
Caldy lit one, and Trustius lit the other.
Oh, okay.
so they're both desperately recent.
They're both very recent.
They lit them.
remarkably recent.
Wait, guys, there's a paradox here. Why are these fires so fresh? Ugh. Go back to practicing your stabbing, halfling.
Well, you know what
Well,
they say about paradox.
didn't
Take a
see
long
you
time to
flicking.
break in.
Oh,
But yeah, it looks like these guards, for whatever reason, barricaded themselves inside and then died on the roof.
Huh.
Probably
Ghosts.
quite some time ago.
Probably ghosts. Ryzen, can you tell if these skeletons are male or female?
Yeah, that was a healing roll.
healing roll, sure.
These are all male.
All the prancing, dilly-dallying ones?
The ones, the ghosts dancing around are definitely female. These skeletons are definitely male. You can tell by like the pelvic
Oh.
bones and the hips.
So the skeletons appear to have a bone structure that suggests they are or were male.
All right, so the statues are female, the skeletons are male, and the ghosts are female.
That's weird, right?
I
Well, the
mean,
statues are female, and then 2 of them are demons. But sure.
Well, the 10 on the roof are all female.
How many are walking on the road?
You have no idea. You're not close enough to be able. Did I already count that one?
That's why I'll ask the people who have better eyesight than I do.
Again,
Okatai and Ryzen and Kaldi and pretty Trustius, pretty much everybody really. How many people are down there?
the best you can guess, somewhere between half a dozen and a dozen. Like,
So 10 maybe.
could be.
we'll have to get closer.
Well, we've checked out the skeletons upstairs, so ghosts are next. All right,
Well, Ryzen,
stretch. Let's
Ryzen
go
and
on.
Colby can go have a conversation.
With what? The ghosts?
Yep, I'll go with
Seems
you.
to
Don't
be-
worry.
Seems to be the best
Okay.
course of action.
I mean, most things here seem to either ignore us or try
Okay.
to eat us. So
Sure. Just you let me know what you want me to chit chat with them about.
I'll simply find out what you could find out. Why they're
Who's
Okay.
here, how we can help them.
I'll go along with you.
Sure.
oh, this will be fun.
Sure.
I'm hoping they completely ignore us.
I mean, maybe.
Okay. So yeah, let's go up to the ghost.
It'll be fun.
Totally fun.
Don't get tossed to the right.
Well, they're ghosts. How are they going to toss us? They can't touch.
Maybe they don't stay ghosty.
Oh.
Maybe we'll go down and interrupt them in their meandering, and the statues on top of the portcullis will jump down and start swinging. Who knows?
Who knows?
I don't even want to guess in this place. Everything here is weird.
Yep. All right. Let's go do this.
So yeah, so as you guys get closer, you do notice as you get closer to these spirits who are kind of flittering about, the temperature plummets. like in the span of like 5 or 6 steps, the temperature drops probably 15 degrees.
Glad you lit that fire.
And you notice as well that as you guys move forward, they do start to move towards you, and they start to kind of swirl around through the snow. But they do not come within the circle of light provided by the torch.
Thanks.
I will stop and wait for Caldy and Ryzen to catch up. She will kind of
Loyal sport.
wave toward them to see if any of them respond or react or anything.
They do react. They kind of like one of them kind of rears up out of the snow, and it seems like almost like her body forms out of the snow into this kind of like definitely see-through, monstrous looking ghostly figure, like long stringy hair. Like when they were just moving at a distance, they looked like vaguely enticing, but up close, and as it rears up just outside of the out of the warmth of the torch, and its jaw like drops open, and the wind whips the hair around, there is no doubt at all in your mind, Desi, that this thing is completely malevolent, and it just can't get to you.
Oh, that's just kind of turn her head and over her shoulder, call back. I don't think they're friendly.
Unsurprising. Can we lore check these guys?
Yes, absolutely can.
I turn to Caldy and then pause. Should we head back now?
I'm not pushing that with one wits.
Just as like ghosts, you say.
Ghosts.
But yes, as you move towards them, they do like they circle around you, but they constantly stay out. Like they're not so much staying out of the light of the torch, but they are staying out of basically the hot zone, as it were.
Gotcha. So if I move forward a little bit, do they move back, kind of deal?
They move like they're kind of circling around you. I'm just not going to move a bunch of tokens 1,000 times.
Right, but do they part as
They
the torch comes closer?
they
kind of
do.
thing?
They are
Right. Okay.
they are definitely avoiding the fire. You do notice though, as they move around, some of them like float out over that cliff like it's solid ground.
We may be able to pass just with the torch.
Maybe. Do we want to find that out tomorrow and just keep sure that the fire stays lit in the guardhouse while we sleep?
Well, we do have daylight left. We could just continue across the bridge. Unless your heart's set on sleeping in the tower.
With the skeletons.
There's a little bit of a gust of wind. The torch kind of flickers a bit, but does not go out.
I'm not overly concerned about the skeletons, to be honest. Maybe I should be, but their armor is shit, so I'm not. But we don't know what's on the other side of the bridge. And there's a perfectly good shelter right behind us.
That metric won't change in the morning. It'll be the same. We won't know what's past the bridge. And there'll be perfectly good shelter.
Yeah, that's true. Okay. Let's continue on then. And just leave the portcullis wide open? I mean, we're gonna be coming back this way, so. And it didn't. We haven't seen anybody but ravens and these guys on the road. And I guess the wolves, but I don't think the wolves care about portcullises and roads, so.
I would suggest you all light torches if you have them.
I do have torches.
But yes, with a couple of torches, it's easy enough to keep these creatures at bay, whatever it is, whatever they might be. And as you kind of put some distance behind you, it does get warmer. Like, it doesn't get warm, but it gets warmer. It goes from like, minus 20 to like minus 5. It's enough for you to know that those creatures were probably able to suck the heat out of you if they got close.
Yeah, I'd be happy to be away from those things.
Well, I mean, the good news is we know what to do now. So.
Sorry, we've
That's
gone
good.
past them?
Yep.
Okay.
Trustius has a torch and I've got a torch, and we're just keeping everybody in between the two.
And as you approach the bridge, it basically the bridge passes a gorge.
Oh,
And on top of the
Stay in the middle.
on top of the archway at each end, there are two statues of like mounted knights kind of charging each other. You can see them kind of on the side there. They do not appear to move either. But in the middle of the bridge, you see this black cloak rider on this dark colored horse in the middle of the bridge. Interestingly, though, the cloak that he's wearing does not move with the wind. It's in the center of the bridge, and it kind of like it holds up its hand towards you, like to say stop. And then there's like a kind of like a little minor snow squall, and it's gone.
That's okay.
You saw that too, right?
Yeah, I saw something.
Trustius?
certainly.
But you make your way across the bridge. Nothing molests you on the bridge. I mean, it is kind of broken in a little place, and you can look down, and it's like a 500-foot fall to the gorge below. But you pass unmolested. On the other side, however, whoever has the best scouting can give me a scouting check.
That is
Well,
almost
you can-
certainly Okatai.
I was going to say Alcatai or Cody.
Oh, I've been doing a lot of the scouting. Let's give it a shot.
It's specifically whoever has the best.
Yeah.
Mine is right now 6 because I lost some wits.
Yeah, that's
What's
beats
the
me.
what's
Scouting.
scouting is 7.
You're up.
You the man.
Did it work on your side?
Got it. Perfect. So nobody is surprised. Not sure what sort of. I'm not sure what sort of marching order you want to be on this road.
Terestius in the front and me in the back, holding torches.
That works.
Are you drunk? What?
Okay, or the other way around.
Please.
Just figure that that's true. That's true. You are the melee, or the ranged one. Mainly just
Tertius in the front. No.
Here, Trustius, put on this
Mainly
bright, shiny red shirt.
keeping everybody between the two torches.
Yes.
Essential.
Yeah.
I just love that. Are you mad, woman?
I don't know what game I was thinking of, but it wasn't
Wow.
this.
You must have some game where Tony's playing a badass fighter meat shield or something.
None that I can think of.
That doesn't
Actually,
happen very often for me, no.
All right.
I mean, he was playing a badass in one game, but he's not playing it now.
All right. Give me a sec here.
Yeah, but he had like 7 hit points.
Not 4.
He just had a big mouth.
Trying to remember the name of my monster.
We might not be thinking of the same character. He definitely did have a big mouth, though. And an attitude to match. Now he's in stasis.
So, Okatai, you notice you managed to yell out to everybody. You see this very large, pure black goat, like mountain goat, barreling down the cliff towards you. Specifically, it is headed straight towards Ryzen. But because Okatai spotted it, you do get to make a move roll.
Who does I do?
Yes.
Okay.
As this, like, very, very large goat comes charging down the hill.
Do I get a bonus die, or I just have the ability to make the roll?
Any bonuses that apply to dodging would count.
Oh. I've got hard to catch.
Yeah, so worst case you can use that. But I think you've got fast footwork as well. So, +1 bonus for fast footwork.
Do I have it? Because my sheet's not moving down.
Actually, if you go to combat and then you roll down at the bottom the dodge, that should pull up your bonuses.
Oh, okay. Ah, there it is. Standing dodge is already check marked.
Yeah, that's if you want to remain on your feet after you throw yourself out of the way.
Yep. Dodge slash attack? I don't know what that means, but okay.
Slashing attacks are easier to dodge.
Okay. This is a headbutt, I'm assuming.
It is a headbutt from a goat.
Okay.
This thing doesn't want to get in a headbutting contest with Verizon.
That's.
For anyone else.
If I want to do the halfling thing where I spend willpower.
Yeah, every willpower you spend counts as an automatic success. You only need one. You only need one success.
Oh, I got plenty of willpower. I will get rid of a willpower for that.
Right. Perfect. So this like massive black goat, like pure black goat, comes charging down the hill. Oktar's like, oh shit. Instead, it's straight for Ryzen. Ryzen is a nimble little halfling. He throws himself out of the way. The goat kind of charges past where Ryzen was, and then
goes over,
and then disappears into the fog.
Oh.
So you're not sure if it was real or not, but you're fairly certain that the speed it was traveling, if it had hit you, it may have been sufficient force to knock you off the cliff.
Oh. That would not have been pleasant.
The fuck was that?
It was a giant black goat.
Let's just get off this mountain.
I have an idea. I agree about the mountain. We should keep moving. But let's not get quite that far. Let's make sure you have a little path there to walk through between the torches. The ghosty, snowy bits. Some of them moved out over the cliff, like there was still ground there. And then there was the guy on the bridge by the hole. And then this goat. What if they're just trying to make us fall down the mountain?
Very possible.
Like, nothing has actually touched us. And the guy on the bridge vanished before we even got within sword's reach of him. What if they're not actually physically able to do anything? And it's just us being jumpy. Kind of like the guys in the guard tower. They barricaded themselves upstairs. I didn't see a fireplace up there.
Interesting theory.
Did I just
Well,
miss it, or was there a fireplace on the third floor?
we can debate it as we walk.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't think it's a theory I want to test in case it's wrong and we go plummeting hundreds of feet to our doom.
I mean, there is that. If anybody's going to take a hit, it's probably going to be me. But I'm just thinking that, yeah. I don't know. I'm not the magical one. So, but I'm just thinking.
Well,
So yes,
thinking
I
is
will
good.
do.
I just don't know if this is the time to test that particular theory.
I mean, if anybody's going to test it, it's going to end up being me. That's pretty much a given.
So yeah, you guys continue on. As it's starting to get towards dark, you make it to the. Back to my map. You make it across the pass and then into the road that will take you up to the temple. So you have successfully made your way past Solanka Pass. And you know, if you push on, you would probably be to the temple by nightfall. Or you can camp out here while it's still evening.
It's a rare occasion. I'd say we press on. I don't like being out here.
Yeah, I'd say press on.
All right.
Alright. So you guys are going to press on up at the mountain path. So yes, as you make your way, and I mean, it's cold, and as you start to wind your way up this path into the actual mountains, it gets colder and colder and colder. And I'm going to need everybody to give me endurance rolls.
Oh, not endurance. Oh, shit, I forgot I spent a whole bunch of XP on this. And I still got 0. Oh, it's dodge. Where's my... Man, it doesn't want to scroll to the... Did I not roll?
No. You got 1 Bane on the strength, and then like a 2, a 4, and a 1.
No, it's because the screen didn't update for me, so I guess I will push.
Okay. Oh, you're frozen, but you're like, no, fuck it, I can do this.
I can't dodge the cold, can I? Strength of willpower,
Sadly,
dodge
no.
the cold. Ah. Grit my teeth. Arrgh.
Right. Coldy though is cold. So you can check your little cold thing.
Not a
Just
lot of meat on those bones.
there's not a lot of meat on Coldy. So basically, the colder it is, the more frequently you need to roll. If you fail your roll, you become cold. Being cold has several effects. You immediately take 1 point of damage to both strength and wits. So that's for Coldy.
1 strength and 1 wits.
1 strength and 1 wits.
Oh, this sucks.
You cannot recover strength or wits until you have been warmed up again, including by magic. And the next time you need to make this endurance roll, and the frequency depends on how cold it actually is, you will, if you fail, you will take another point of damage to strength and wits.
That will knock me out too.
If you fail, if your strength is broken while you are cold, you will die the next time you need to make that roll. So basically, if you fail the next one and your strength hits 0, the next time you need to roll after that, you will have frozen to death.
Well, I hope we get someplace fast.
But yes, as you make your way up, the temperature drops. For us Canadian players, it is minus 23
Oof.
and windy.
But is it a dry minus 20?
It's a bit
And
random, but I took warm-blooded last time.
oh, there you go.
So half as often I need to make that roll.
Perfect. So yes, so the road fades away under a covering of snow, but it takes you far into the mountains to see, and you see a temple carved into the sheer mountainside ahead. The front of the structure is easily 50 feet high, has 6 alcoves containing 20-foot tall statues, each statue carved with a single block of amber, depicting a faceless hooded figure, hands pressed together in a gesture of prayer. Between the 2 innermost statues is a 20-foot tall archway, with a staircase leading down. All of you who are magically attuned, so Trustius, Horizon, and Trustius, Okatai, and Coldy, you feel evil, like true evil. Nothing, like, you guys have been to like a hell realm, you've faced demons, you have never felt anything this intentionally malevolent.
Who's feeling this?
Trustius, Okatai, and Coldy.
Oh, so everyone except me.
And
And
Ryzen.
me.
Oh, and Ryzen. Okay.
Yeah.
Evil or not, it's out of the wind.
Yeah, I will take evil at this point. I am 2 rolls away from death.
That's not good. Stay close. I've got a torch.
I mean, in this game, you're always kind of 2 rolls away from death.
I mean, a little bit.
Everybody is, not just Calder, you know what I mean? Like,
I see my token and that's it. I guess I see where I have been. Oh,
Yeah.
a courtyard.
It's because you're on the stairwell that leads down.
Oh. Brr.
So this is a large open courtyard.
Well, I'm a big
Uh,
fan of finding shelter and lighting a fire.
there are 4 black marble columns supporting the ceiling of the temple, at the northern end of which is a 40-foot tall statue of a cowled figure in flowing robes. Hands outstretched as if in the midst of casting a spell, its face is a void of utter blackness.
Anybody else feeling creeped out? Like everything is dark. And not like night dark. Everything is made out of dark rock. And that statue doesn't look happy.
There's something very evil in here. Something powerful.
Oh, cool. We're not super close to the castle, are we?
No, you're not.
No, we're
Okay,
like
so this is some other evil.
way south.
Okay.
We need to get a camp set up. Do we want to do that in this space, or do we want to try to find something a little more closed in? I mean, this looks really big, and I don't know how well I'll sleep with that guy staring at me all night.
Well,
I'll
let's get a
defer to the
fire
people.
and we'll investigate. Caldy needs warmed up regardless.
Yeah. Is this like rubble all over, Chris?
It is. There's a fair amount of
Okay.
rubble, yes.
Just double checking, because like some of it is really. I wasn't sure. Okay. Let's not do it right in front of the doorway.
No, let's at least explore the room first.
So this area, this kind of large open area, you do see as you kind of move around, there are stairwells, or not stairwells, stairways that lead up to an upper level. It's probably how you access the temple proper. So there's basically like the wide open courtyard, and then the stairwells that lead to where you can actually start to explore the temple itself.
And this is open to the sky, right?
It is not actually. I mean, I have no way
No,
to turn
sir.
the snow off.
Yeah, yeah.
Big black pillars holding up a
Yeah.
ceiling of some kind.
So yes, the ceiling is it's a vaulted ceiling, and the statue is 40 feet tall. So it's a big ceiling.
But we're technically out of the way.
You are inside.
Okay. Well, here is as good as any, really.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah. I'll investigate the statue. Well, Okatai maybe gets a fire going for Caldy.
Wrap him up in his sleeping furs. Wrap him up in both. Since we do have two.
Okatai can give me a make camp roll. I trust this, you're specifically checking out the statue.
Yeah, we'll give the room, like this room, a once over, but
Okay.
the statue's obviously the point of interest.
Okatai can give me a make camp roll. And Trustius, as you're like looking around, you see like there are other stairwells that lead up. You can see there's a landing, and you can see that there are some doors off the landing leading into the complex itself. The statue. So the walls of the temple are sheathed in amber.
Sheesh.
The ominous looking statue, though, is kind of standing between two black marble balconies. Excuse me. And as you approach the statue, like I said, the face is hidden, is kind of hidden, or was hidden from you when you entered, just this inky black veil. But as you get closer and as your torchlight kind of falls on it, you can see that inside the face of the statue, there is a skull with two, like a red gem in each eye socket. Like it's recessed, the skull is recessed back far enough that when you first entered, you couldn't see it. But as you get a little bit closer, you can catch your firelight kind of glimpses and get to a point where you can get a look and you can see that there's a skull in the face of the statue. Kind of the hooded face. With two what appear to be gemstones.
Yeah, they could stay there. Do I recognize this figure? Unlikely.
Highly unlikely. Like it's completely faceless, so it's just like this hooded figure. So you said something, Anita? You were muted.
Oh, Desi is staying like within a reasonable combat distance from Trestius.
Yep.
This is creepy.
And actually, Trestius, you notice that the skull is positioned in such a way that it would be, if the skull was capable of sight, and I'm not saying it is, it would be facing the entryway you guys came in.
Right, okay. So kind of the way it's on the map.
Yep.
I mean, I'm not a fan of any of this, but we don't have much of a choice. We need to rest, and Caldy's needs to warm up, so we need to stop here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I don't think stopping inside is a better idea than stopping here. There's something
It's probably
awful.
the wisest.
All right. So yeah. Okita can give me a making camp roll. I assume, unless I hear otherwise, I assume that everybody's just standing on guard.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and that was a good nap time. No, I'm kidding. You guys got this. Sure. No.
I mean, when I'm not like wandering around the room looking at stuff with Trestius,
Yep.
even when I am, I'm still being pretty watchful. Because this place is creepy.
Yeah, I imagine Trestius has an arrow knocked. You know what I mean? Like this is.
Yeah. For sure.
Pathfinder would call that exploration mode.
Yep.
Something's about to happen.
So Okita does get a little bit of camp set up, and as he gets a camp going and a fire going, you guys kind of get Caldy next to the fire. You don't need to spend a quarter day near the fire to get rid of the cold. You just need to get warmed up by it. So,
Okay.
you know, everybody kind of tucks in around the fire. You do notice that the shadows, again, there's the lack of an echo, but also the shadows seem to every so often just move slightly out of sync with what you expect. But as you guys get warmed up and decide what to do next in this creepy place, we'll call it there. No sense going exploring when there's 2 minutes left.
No.
Every one of these places are like what would happen if Trestius went bad. Like he would live here. Or he'd have the town, or he'd have, you know what I mean? Like every one of these things are like Trestiusville.
Trestius is really Strahd.
Yeah, he's just terrible. Terrible. I don't like any of this.
All right. So for XP, participate in the game
Lose that
session.
last empathy.
Yes. Travel through at least one hex. Yes. Discover a new adventure site. Yes, you did. Defeat one or more monsters. You did defeat the Snow Maidens
Yay.
because they couldn't attack you
Yay.
because you guys had a torch.
And that was
Ooh.
just pure luck, too.
That was
Yeah.
sheer luck. No treasure as of yet. Function, no. Activate pride, no. Suffer dark secret, no. Nobody risked their life. And I don't think there was any extraordinary actions.
No, this one we didn't do
Yeah.
too much in this one, really.
No.
No, we were very cautious.
But that is still 4 XP.
Yeah.
Yay.
I wonder what our XP total would be. I didn't track it, but it'd be huge.
It
Yeah, I mean, well, you figure 106 sessions. I mean, it
At
probably
least 3 per, right?
there was a couple sessions where you got like 1 or 2, but you can safely assume an average of 3.
Yeah, because there's the 4 and 5s too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you
At
could
the
always
end
like
of it-
could
Sorry,
like,
go ahead.
I was gonna say you could like strip a character down to like just the basics and then figure out how much you've spent. But
At the end of each session, I actually record at the end of my notes how much XP I earned. I could slog through and take the time to figure
I
it out.
do too.
yeah,
Like, I note when I spend it, I note when I get it.
Mhm.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
but yeah,
I don't want to.
yeah. But I mean, you could safely assume an average of 3, if not slightly more, over 106 sessions. That's
Yeah.
306
It'd be
XP.
350. Yeah.
Fucking XP.
Oh.
And yet, I only have 12 right now.
No wonder you guys are so like robust and able to overcome
Oh,
challenges
shush.
so easily.
Don't jinx us. Jeez.
All right. So we'll see everybody next week. Now that you have made it to the Amber Temple, and
Yay.
we'll see what horrors lie in store.
Alrighty. Looking forward to it.
All right.
Eh,
Well,
are you really?
It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Oh,
Okay.
I should mention as well. This statue also appears to not move.
Oh, that's good, because Desi is abso-fucking-lutely keeping an eye on it.
All right.
You just let us know when we see some weeping angels, Chris.
Oh, I certainly will.
Creepy statues.
All right.
all right, guys.
Have a
See
good
you later.
night.
Have a good night.
All right.
Night,
Take care,
guys.
everybody.